Then equal 12 over 1 plus. This is 1, add -2 is -1, 3 to the power -1. Equal 12 over, this bring down to the denominator 1/3. Add 1 is 4/3. And 12 times reciprocal, divide and times 3 over 4, cancel, get 9. So then your answer in 2040, the population, world population is 9. You cannot just answer 9, and because you need to add with the units. The P of T is measured in billions. So you have to put 9 billions population. Then question 7. Question 7, given the demand function, this is demand function, P in terms of X, demand quantity, D of X, equal 100 e to the power negative 0.05x. Find average price. This is a price. Find average price in dollars over the demand interval, over this interval. What is the average price? The formula is this one. Average value is equal integral of function integral from a to b and divided by b minus a. And this because if given a function, demand function is decreasing function. Now from a to b, if you take integral from a, this is a demand function, d of x. If you take integral of this demand function from a to b, dx is going to be area under the curve. Area under the curve. And then if this area, if you divide it by the area, if you divide the average is this area, a to b, d of x dx, you divide it by b minus a, is average. What is b minus a? Is this the base, and b minus a times average is area, is entire area. Average times b minus a. That means you always can find out average value, this area, and this point is average. Average. This height is average. This height times this base, b minus a, which is this area. This is the red one, this rectangle area. Then equal to the area under the curve from equal this area. Equal. The two areas are equal. Area under the curve is equal area of the rectangle. That means, what means average? Means for every x, the function is the same value, same height. That's we call average. For every x is function value. Function is constant. So that is average. That means. So like this one, so you would use, so that's the average value formula. So for this one, you take integral of the function and then divide it by the base. So average equals from 40 to 60, definite integral, from 40 to 60, 100, and demand function, take integral, e to the power negative 0.05 x dx. Then divided by 60 minus 40, then you got average price for each is same price. That's what we call average price for each unit, each unit. So it's and 1 over 20 and 100 take out. So 100 over 20, this 100 factor out, got 100, and this denominator is 20, and go from 40 to 60, e to the power negative 0.05 x dx. So 100 over 20 is 5 times. E take integral, still e. By the chain rule, this if you divide, take derivative, you have to times by negative 0.05 in order to can go back to same as this. So you need to divide it by negative 0.05. That cancel. Then go back to e to the power negative 0.05x. Because this one, you take derivative. You got e of this by the chain rule times by negative 0.05. Then you cancel with denominator. Then you go back to original. That's an antiderivative. So that's why this e to the power negative 0.05x, you take integral, is still e, but denominator you have to divide it by negative 0.05. Then the x go from 40 to 60. Then equal to, this is a negative 1 over 20. Negative 0.05 is a negative 1 over 20 reciprocal times by 5, get negative 100. E to the power negative 0.05 x go from 40 to 60. So you got negative 100 and 60 plug in x, got e to the power negative 0.05 times 60 minus e to the power negative 0.05 times 40. Put in the parentheses. Then equal negative 100. Then this time together, you got e to the power negative 3. And this negative 0.05 times 40, you got negative 2, e to the power negative 2. And this one, and use calculator, figure out is 8.5548. And for the money is always 2 decimal digits for the money. So it's $8.55 per unit. That's the average value. Then next one, question 8. Question 8, have A, B, and find the area. Find the area. Find the area. First of all, you have to draw the graph because you need to figure out here given 2 function, and you need to figure out which one is upper function, which one is a lower function. Then the average is upper function minus lower function, take integral. And also you have to find out the intersection point, and which is for A and B, for the x on A and B. So first of all, we have to draw the graph, then we can figure out which one is upper function, which one is lower function, upper function minus lower function. So then you can figure out which function minus which function. So first of all, draw the functions. And you can, first you can draw the functions. You use the table, find out the points, and plot those points and connect. And here also to find out the xy coordinate of intersection points of the 2 functions. The 2 functions intersect means x coordinate equal, y coordinate equal. So you let function value equal, y equal. So you let f of x equal g of x. On the intersection points, x coordinate, y coordinate are the same. So y coordinate equal. So which is f of x is 5 minus x squared equal g of x is 2 minus 2x. solve this quadratic equation, we need to move all the term to the left, make right side 0. So I move this because this is a negative, so I move this to the right, get x squared, change the sign, get x squared. And here minus 2x, here 5 minus over, change the sign, get 2 minus 5, get -3, equal to the right side is 0. And get the quadratic equation, factor it. Two number times together equal constant term -3. And two number add together equal x term coefficient -2. So it should be -3 times 1 is -3. -3 add 1 is -2. And so put x minus 3 times x plus 1 equals 0. So x minus 3 equals 0. So x equals 3. X plus 1 equals 0. So x equals -1. So there's 2 of it. Then x equals 3, you figure out the y. So you plug into here, 3 squared is 9. 5 minus 9 is -4. Y equals -4. You can put in here, x equals 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 minus 6 is also -4. Also -4. You can plug into F or plug into G. You get y is the same, it's -4. So first point, intersection point is 3, -4. Then x equals -1. You plug it into f function. -1 squared is 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. Y equals 4. Or you can put it into g function. X uses -1, so 2 minus 2 times -1 becomes 2. Add 2 is also 4. Either one. And you always get 4. So the second point, intersection point, is -1, 4. And then you can figure out the 2 points. 3, you draw x-axis, y-axis, and mark 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, equal lengths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, equal lengths. Mark. And then here, 3, -4. So x equals 3, y equals -4. Intersection points, this one. 3, -4. So get this point. Another one is -1, 4. X is -1. Y is 4. Y is 4. X is -1. Find out this point. So the two points, the graph intersect at the 2 points. The other points, let's draw g of x. G of x is equals 2 minus 2x. You can find let x equals 0, y is 2. So 0, 2, which is this point. That's y-intercept. Let y equals 0. Let y equals 0. This equals 0. Move over, divided, get x equal 1. Get 1, 0. Get this point. That's x-intercept. So you have this point, you have this point, you have this point, you have this 4 points on the same line. And you can figure out like x equal 2, plug it in. Get -2. That's 2, -2. You can find x equal, so you have those 5 points now. And those 5 points on the same line connect, and you got the straight line. So this one is g of x equal 2 minus 2x. The graph is straight line. Because degree is 1, the graph is a straight line, linear function. This f of x is equals 5 minus x squared. Quadratic function is a parabola. X squared coefficient is negative, so you know it's open downward. Leading coefficient is negative, it's open downward. So x equals 0, plug in, got 5. So it's 0, 5, this one. And this under x squared, x equal Let equal 0. So get x equals 0 is y-axis, is the axis of symmetry. So the graph is symmetric to y-axis. Y-axis is x, this line is x equals 0. Equation is x equals 0 is the y-axis, is axis of symmetry. So to the left, to the right, 1 units, x equal 1, x equal -1 is symmetric, same value. So you can use positive -1, plug it into the function. Positive 1 -1 square is 1, 5 minus 1 is 4. So 1, 4, -1, 4. So the 2 points, symmetric points. And then you can use positive -2, plug in, which is from axis of symmetry to the right, 2 units, to the left, 2 units, plug in. Square become positive 4. 5 minus 4 is 1. So it's 2, when 2, it's 1, -2, also 1. The 2 symmetric points. Then you can figure out x-intercept. You let y equal 0. 5 minus x squared equals 0. You got x squared equal 5. Take square root. X equal positive negative square root of 5. Which is about 2 point something. 2 point something. So it's when positive negative square root of 5, y is 0, which is x-intercept on x-axis. 2 point something square root of 5 is negative square root of 5. Then you can figure out positive -3. Plug it in. It's square is 9. Minus 5 minus 9 is -4. So when 3 got -4, from -3 also -4. So you have so many points. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 9 points. This we call vertex. Open downward, connect. And get a parabola. Use the curve. Get parabola. And the question asks you, find out the, so this is the graph. This is the graph. B, ask you to find the area. Find the area bounded by the curve of the above two function, of the two function. So the bounded by the two function, which is this area between the two function. So you will know this parabola f of x is upper function and the g of x is lower function. So you will do 5 of x minus g of x, upper minus 5 minus g function, and take an integral. So, and the boundary is from x equal -1 to x equal 3. So we do area is the integral. S go from -1 to 3, to 3. So x go from -1 to 3. Upper function, f function, 5 minus x squared, minus the lower function, 2 minus 2x. Put inside the parentheses. Take integral. Now this one, then remove the parentheses. Integral -1 to 3, 5 minus x minus 2. Minus change to plus because the negative times negative become positive, distributive in. Negative times positive is negative. Negative times negative become positive 2x, distributive in. Combine like term. Put in descending order, negative x squared first, 2x for second, then 5 minus 3 minus 2, get 3. Take integral. Combine like term, take integral. So then you got area should be equal negative x squared, take integral, use power rule. Get 2 plus 1, x3 power 3 over 2 plus 1 over 3 plus 2 times x take integral, x to the power 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, and then divided by 2. Because this take derivative is 2x, cancel with 2, go back to x. Then press 3, constant term take integral is 3x, because 3x take derivative is just 3. And then put x go from -1 to 3. Then following is the fundamental theorem of integral. It's 3 plug in. Negative x use 3 plug in 3 cube over 3 plus this 3 square plus 3 times 3 minus, and put in the parentheses, negative 3, -1 plug in, -1 cube plus x use -1 plug in, -1 square plus 3 times -1. You have to put the parenthesis, bracket or parenthesis, because here's minus. Remove the bracket or parenthesis, have to change the sign. So this 3 cube, cancel 1, 3, got 3 square is -9. 3 square is 9, plus 3 times 3 is 9, minus negative times negative become positive. And then -1 cube is -3, so it's minus 1/3. -1 square is a positive 1, and then distributive in, so it's minus 1. Negative times positive is negative. Then here is a -3, and distributive in times a negative become positive 3. Then here, 9 cancel, and 3, 9 add 3 is 12. 9 minus 1 add 3 got 11, then minus 1/3. And 11 times 3 is 33, minus 1 is 32 over 3. You can leave answer with the improper fraction. This is the area. Question 9. The demand function for a certain model of Blu-ray player is given by P in terms of X. This is the price and the demand and the quantity equation. Demand, price, and the demand equation. And where P is unit price in dollars, X is in units of 1,000. 1,000. X 1,000 is the quantity demanded per week. A, find the number of Blu-ray player demanded per week if the unit price is set at $2,000 per unit. Find out the X if the P is 200 per unit. So given P equal 200. So P use 200, plug it in. Find out X is the quantity demand at the price 200 per unit. So P is set at $200. I'm sorry. If P is 200, so let P equal 200. Figure out X. So is P equal 200 equals 600 over 0.5 x plus 2. Solve for the X. So you do the two exchange. 6. So the 600 divided by 3. So 3 times 200 is 600. So 3 times 200 equals 600. So you can exchange. 0.5 x plus 2 equals 600 over 200, get 3, because 600 divided by 3 equals 200. So this 600 divided by 200 equals 3. So it's just move this to here, move this to here, divided, get 3. Then move over, get 1, and divided by 0.5. 0.5 is 1 over 2, reciprocal, get x equal 2. Then you You cannot just answer x equal 2. You have to put in their measurement is 1,000. X is units in thousands. So it's 2,000 units, which is 2,000 Blu-ray players. Then that's A part. Then continue. B part is find out use the result of part A, since it is a demand. So demand function is this. Demand function in part A. P price equal demand of X equal 600 over 0.5 X plus 2. And that's in A part, given demand function. Price demand equation is this. Find the consumer surplus if the selling price is set at 200 per unit. So from A part, we figure out when price is 200, we got X equal 2. From A part, we have price equal 200, X equal 2, X equal 2, which is here. When price, X bar, selling price, P bar, is 200. The demand quantity, X bar, is 2, which is this point, 200, which is this point. And the demand function, this function, beginning when X equals 0, 0.5 times 0, get denominator is 2. 600 divided by 2 is 300. So when X equals 0, there's no 0. It started as a 300. Price is 300. It's higher than 200. And go decreasing, like this way, because demand is decreasing functions. So question asks you the consumer surplus. Consumer surplus is the consumer would like to pay higher price to buy instead of market price, and then you got consumer surplus. If the consumer want to pay higher price, you can earn more monies than the usually market price. The market price is $200. Then this part, if you sell less than 2,000 units, you will earn more monies. That's consumer surplus. So it's this area. It's over 2,000, over 2, which is over 2,000 units. Then you don't get consumer surplus. So if less than 2,000, the more you sell, the more demand, the price is lower. The price. Then you cannot get surplus. If the less demand and the price is higher, the consumer the people want pay more money higher than the market price to buy, then you can get some surplus. So surplus is consumer surplus is this higher part minus the normal selling part, the market selling part. The selling price is $200. The sale is 2,000. X equal 2. And time together, 2 times 200 is this area. And the integral 0 to 2, and take this curve, 600 over 0.5x plus 2. This function, take integral from 0 to 2, is this entire area. This entire area minus this rectangle area, 200 times 2, this rectangle area, that's going to be consumer surplus. So consumer surplus is equals integral 0 to 2, this curve, which is the area under the curve, which is the entire area under the curve, minus 2 times 200. 2 times 200, this rectangle area, and it's going to be this area. That's consumer surplus. So take integral because first of all, 600. So here formula consumer surplus is integral 0 to x bar d of x, demand function dx minus x bar p bar. And this one take integral because 600 you can factor out. An integral of 1 over 0.5 x plus 2 is take integral is going to be ln. This integral 1 over x dx is equal ln x plus c. This. Now, if not x, you use substitute. If ax plus b, take integral, is still ln absolute value ax plus b, then you need to divide it by a. Because if you this one, you take derivative, ln take derivative is 1 over ax plus b. By the chain rule, you have times by a. In order to get back this, a have to be cancelled. So here you divide it by a. You times by a, take derivative, times a will cancel. You go back to this. So we have to 1 over 0.5 x plus 2 take integral is ln absolute value 0.5 x plus 2. Then you divide it by 0.5. X go from 0 to 2. Because if you take derivative, is ln take derivative is 1 over 0.5 x plus 2. By the chain rule, this times take derivative is times by 0.5. In order can go back to 1 over 0.5 x plus 2, you have to denominate divide by 0.5 to 0.5 cancel. You can go back to this. So this take derivative is going to be this. Go back. So you here have to be divided by 0.5. If you this is a quick way. If the slow way, you sub. Let this equal u and u sub to do. But this is the quick way to do. Minus 2 times 200 is 400. Then figure out 0.5 is 1 over 2, reciprocal times by 2, 600 times by 2 is 1200. And the 2 plug in and put it in the parentheses. ln 0.5 times 2 is 1, add 2 is ln 3, minus 0 plug in, get ln 2, put in the parentheses, minus 400. Equal 1200. This subtraction, and use the quotient rule. Log x minus log y equal minus become log x over y. So this become ln 3 over 2 equal 400. And this use calculator, and you will get 86.55812973. Now, since this price is $200, the units is 2. Here 2 is 2,000 units. 2 means 2,000 units. So it's times by 1,000. So those 0 to 2 also in thousands. So this should be in thousands. So 86.55 A12973 in thousands. So you times by 1,000, move decimal point to the right. 1,000 is 3 zeros. So move decimal point to the right 3 positions. Get 80, x is x in units of 1,000. So you will move decimal point to the right 3 positions. Get 86,558.1 for the money, 2 decimal digits, 0.13 rounded. So move over here and 129 round up, 0.13 dollars. Then question 10. The manufacturer of the brand of matrices will make X 100 units available in the market per month when the unit price. So this is a selling price. This is a producer's supply price is 100 plus 80 times e to the power 0.05x dollars. Find the number of matrices the manufacturer will make available in the marketplace if the unit price is set at $250 per matrix. So this one is going to be the supply function. If P is the price, $250, figure out the X, how many matrices the manufacturer would like to provide it to the market, is willing to make available in the market. So figure out the X. So you let P 250 equal 100 plus 80 e to the power 0.05x. Solve for the X. Solve for X. Isolate this E term. So move this 100 over, change the sign. 250 minus 100, get 150 equal 80 times this divided by 80 and 0 cancel. So take ln both sides. So it's ln 15 over 8 equals e exponential and the logarithm, natural logarithm cancel each other. Inverse function cancel each other. After composite is still this. Still 0.05x. And solve for the x. So you ln 15 over 8 divided by 0.05. 0.05 is 5 over 100. Cancel 5 is 1 over 20. Reciprocal. Get 20 ln 15 over 8. Use calculate. Figure out is 12.57217319. Since x is in 100 units, so we need to 100, 20. Move decimal point to the right 2 positions. And since it is matrices, should be whole number, impossible, 0.2 matrices. So whole number, so rounded to here less than 5, so truncate. So get 1 to 57 matrices per month. Then B, ask you, use the result of part A to find the producer's surplus, PS, producer's surplus, if the selling price is set as $250 per matrix. So I'm going to use this one, use this exact value to do. It's better than in the procedure we use exact value to do. We only round it at the end, final answer. Don't use this rounding number because it's not that accurate. Use this exact values to do the second part, B part. So this is the increasing function, supply function. The willing to supply price in P, X increasing function. Started at, if you let X equal 0, here is X, and this is the price. X equals 0, e to the power 0 is 1 times 80. So 180, price is 180. So supply function here, x0 plug in, e to the power 0 is 1 times 80. 180 is P. P equal 180 is the start when x equals 0. Start at 180. Go increasing. When 250, price is 250, the unit is, we figure out on here, is 12, is 20, this is in decimal. We use exact value to do. Then you can get accurate final answer. We only rounded at the end, final answer like this. So here is so many, X is so many units. 20 ln 15 over 8. That's X bar. Then figure out the producer surplus. The producer surplus is when the units it's lower, when the units selling units go higher, and the price go higher. And before this 12.57, before this point, the price is under the selling price, is lower than selling price. And then in this area is producer surplus. Producer surplus. So S of X, P producer surplus, PS producer surplus equal to this rectangle area. This one, the base is X bar. The height is P bar. So this rectangle area is X bar times P bar. X bar times P bar is rectangle area minus this area. This area is under the curve, is integral from 0 to X bar. This curve function S supply function S of X dx. And then you got this producer surplus. Because for the supply function, the lower price, and now the market willing to pay higher, 250, and is a go higher price. So then the producer can get surplus. If the producer want to supply want to be lower price and sell it, but the market willing to go higher price, selling price is 250. So the producer gets surplus. Yes. So we got X bar times P bar is 20, ln 15 over 8, this one, times P bar 250 minus integral from 0 to X bar. From X bar is 20 ln 15 over 8. Integral to the supply function, 100 plus 80 e to the power 0.05 x, this function, dx. This curve, this function. Then is time together. 20 times 250 is 5000 ln 15 over 8 minus this 100 100x. This 100 take integral is 100x. S go from 0 to 20 ln 15 over 8 plus this function take integral. This function take into 80 factor out. E take integral is still e to the power 0.05x and divided by 0.05 because this take derivative is e by the chain rule times 0.05 and cancel with denominator is go back to e to the power 0.05x. And then x go from 0 to this 20 ln 15 over 8. Then this one is 5,000 times this minus this one is x is 20 ln 15 over 8 times 100. This times this is 2,000 ln 15 over 8 minus 0 plug in is 0. So it's 0. Minus this one, 0.05 is 5 over 100. Cancel is 1 over 20. Reciprocal is 80 times 20 is 1600. E to the power x use 20